Well, Rio Tinto and its fellow miners are rising over news about iron ore talks with China, but that hasn't been enough to pull the overall market higher in Europe. Maithri Sitharaman in London with the details. Maithri.
Well, Chris, the interesting bit here is that according to steel manufacturers in China, the talks about iron ore pricing is still going on. That's despite a report by China Business News that it's a website there that the country has agreed to that 33% cut proposed by Rio Tinto. Now, what we are finding is that the miners are the winners on what's a pretty rained-out morning in Europe's equity markets. You'll find BHP Billiton and Rio Tinto adding quite a few points onto the Stoxx 600 that is still, though, in the red. Now, according to Investec Bank, the mining sector is undergoing a correction which they expect to continue in the near term. However, Investec does say there are buying opportunities out there, upgrading recommendations on BHP and Rio to a buy. What's not a buy, though, are second quarter European earnings. And you have to excuse my voice here. Investors really seem to now think they will just highlight that the recession is far from over. Eurozone GDP contraction, that's also now been revised to 4.8% in a year. Consumer spending is also down 1.2% from a year. All of that means about 16 of the 19 groups on the Stoxx 600 are in the red as it falls for a second day. Now, the Stoxx 600 has now slipped more than 7% since June the 11th. Valuations here in Europe touching their highest since 2004. Well, that really seems to have become too rich for quite a few investors here. The CAC now officially in correction, Chris.
Maithri Sitharaman. Thank you, Maithri.